Hi, it's Dr. Jonathan Youssef, Networking for Your Optimal Health. Today's topic is going to be about insomnia. Have you been having some trouble falling asleep or staying asleep? Wondering if a medication or an over-the-counter option might be a valid or healthy option for you? Well, let me share with you some conservative measures as well as some maybe healthy options that you might want to consider before starting something like a prescription medication for it. Let's talk about some good sleep hygiene, and this topic is all about that. So I want to share with you some ideas on that, as well as I'll touch upon some medications if it's necessary. So enjoy the show. Hi, this is Dr. Jonathan Youssef, Networking for Your Optimal Health. Today's topic is insomnia. I thought I'd start our discussions off on how to treat people who have insomnia and what are some of the basic ideas that we have or that we recommend to our patients. Well, let's start off with some good sleep hygiene. Number one, let's avoid caffeine. And what I mean by just not only caffeine, but a lot of those stimulating products such as green teas or sugary substances just so close to nighttime. So you guys want to avoid those really stimulating products that don't have that much advantage to you staying. And like, of course, people don't realize that some of those sugary substances like the sodas and the sweets can also give you that little bit of a rush that prevents that sleep cycle. Number two, let's also avoid exercise too close to bedtime. Unfortunately, some of us have schedules that just don't allow for that, but let's try and see if we can not get those cardiovascular heart rate to be up and stay up so close to bedtime. Number three, let's talk about circadian rhythm. A very interesting and worthwhile thought to have is why not get a little bit of sun, which helps that circadian rhythm, especially in the morning or in the afternoon. So if you're thinking about walking your dog in the morning, I think that's going to really help you sleep at night. So it's a good start. Number four, there have been some research showing that blue light or white light, which in particular the blue light is a little bit worse than the white light, and these are found in electronic devices such as like the TV or the iPhone or the Android device of some sort. So in those smart electronics that maybe you're staying up and watching. Number five, let's avoid eating certain types of foods, and I mean, of course, the stimulatory foods, but I also mean just in general, overeating can be very detrimental to your sleep. I'm sure that there's a lot of things that I'm missing, but I thought maybe those 5 items could be the first steps to improving your sleep cycle. Let's talk a little bit about some herbal supplements that might help. I might name off a few, but I'm not really quite sure if they're that effective and how much research has gone into it. But I'm going to throw them out there because maybe some people have tried them. And if they have and have some more information, I would love for you guys to come and share that on my podcast. So melatonin, valerian root, lavender, and GABA. I'm sure there are others, but let me go into something that is more on my specialty, and that's where we as physicians prescribe some medications for insomnia. It's not my first choice, but I would like to share the possibility of some of the over-the-counter medications first. Well, they may have a lot of over-the-counter histamine or antihistamine products, and that's one receptor in the brain that regulates the sleep cycle. There is a wake and a sleep cycle. If I could just step back 1 second and mention that the wake cycle is a bunch of neurotransmitters that are created in the brains that cause a stimulatory effect, and obviously the sleep cycle is the opposite of that. What regulates these are a bunch of neurotransmitters and receptors. The neurotransmitters that we're thinking about are like the GABA receptors, the histamine receptors, the dopamine receptors, the serotonin, the noradrenaline, and the melatonin. And there's a new one that we've just found out called orexin. So a lot of the products that are over the counter usually focus on the histamine or the antihistamine. Obviously, you've heard of Benadryl and a lot of the diphenhydramine products. Many of the over-the-counter supplements or medications contain diphenhydramine, which helps you sleep, but is really not a very healthy sleep because it's just one of the neurotransmitters. The GABA receptors are some of the ones that you find in the prescriptions, and many of the popular prescriptions, I don't want to name them by name, but you can understand that there's many prescription ones that actually cause you to fall asleep. I'm not against those because a lot of my patients are on them, and I still continue to prescribe them. Other ones that I really want to focus on are the melatonin, the serotonin, and the orexin and noradrenaline. These there are some products that have been out on the market that has helped them. And what I would like to focus on is really just stepping back. And although these new products are very helpful and they've taught us a great deal, I want to step back and look at how we can not depend on medications for our healthy sleep. So what I would like for you to do is consider our first few choices, which are ways on which you can naturally improve your sleep cycle. Hey, thanks again for joining us, and hoping that you'll have a restful night's sleep. This is Dr. Jonathan Youssef, networking for your optimal health. What I really enjoyed about this topic was you got a feel of how naturally you can start working on and some actionable things that you can do at home that can help you sleep better at night. So if you've learned a few things, and then what I would do is just listen to that podcast again because it will put you to sleep the second or the third time you listen to it. So I'm hoping you're having a good sleep right now and enjoying Dr. Youssef's networking for your optimal health. Thank you.